ED heat intensifies on K. Kavitha in the alleged liquor policy scam case. K. Kavitha, daughter of Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, has written to the Enforcement Directorate seeking that her questioning in the alleged liquor scam due today be postponed. In a statement, she said she will appear before the agency on March 11. Meanwhile, the Enforcement Directorate is yet to consider her request. Remember, Kavitha will be confronted with her own frontman, Arun Ramachandran Pillai. The ED had named K. Kavitha in its charge sheet, accusing her of holding a 65% stake in Indo Spirits, a liquor firm. The summons triggered a massive war of words between the BJP and the BRS. While BRS attacked BJP-led government for misusing allegedly central agencies, BJP has questioned KCR's silence on the matter.
देखिए, के कविता और आबकारी नीति और उससे जुड़े हुए सारे ही संबंधित लोग जो हैं, जो कि आरोपी माने गए हैं, उन सब के बीच का क्या कनेक्शन है, ये तार कैसे जुड़े हैं, किस तरह से किकबैक्स या पैसा दिया गया है और किस तरह से डिजिटली उन सब का ताल्लुक है, इस बात के संदर्भ में बाकायदा, क्योंकि उनके खुद के पीए ऑलरेडी अरेस्ट हो चुके हैं, इसमें एक सांसद का भी नाम आया है और खुद के कविता के जो निजी सलाहकार थे, पीए थे, उनका अरेस्ट हो गया है। तो जाहिर सी बात है कि कविता जी को आना पड़ेगा और बताना होगा कि भैया ये क्यों उनके पीए गिरफ्तार हुए हैं, क्या लेना देना था, क्यों लाइसेंसेस रिटेल के साउथ के जो थे कैसे मिले हैं, और बिंदु फार्मा कंपनी के जो मेन मालिक हैं उनका नाम, के कविता जी का नाम, और आबकारी नीति में के कविता के पीए का नाम और बाकी लोगों का क्या रिश्ता है, चाहे वो विजय नायर हो और बाकी समीर महेंद्र हों।
My colleague Ashutosh Mishra is now joining me live on this. Ashutosh, trouble mounting for K. Kavitha. While she had sought a postponement in her questioning and the summons that were issued to her by the Enforcement Directorate, it looks very likely now that it's not going to be just a regular questioning. She is likely to be confronted with those alleged to be frontmen for her, including Arun Ramachandran Pillai.
And that's perhaps could be one apprehension, Polemy, that when she will be confronted with the evidences and also with the accused, which are already under the custody of the Enforcement Directorate. So perhaps there could be one possibility that if she doesn't cooperate or the agency doesn't get the answer what they want, perhaps that could lead to Kavitha's arrest. But that's just merely apprehension, and that's, you see the statement that issued by twice Kavitha yesterday, that reflects that we are not going to be intimidated by such tactics of the central government or the central agency. So perhaps even the BRS leadership and Kavitha both realizes that sooner or later this trouble can come to their camp. And as you see, Kavitha is here in Delhi since yesterday. She will be meeting several leaders, and tomorrow you will see most of the opposition leaders from the opposition camp will be joining her on a stage where of course the protest is called demanding women reservation bill. But at the same time, she has sought time from the ED to appear on the 11th of March, and it looks like she will be appearing before the agency on 11th when the questionnaire will take place. But very interestingly, on 10th of March in Hyderabad, there is another meeting called by KCR himself, where he'll be meeting the parliamentary leader, the legislative party leaders, the state leadership, and that will not only upon the message that party will be preparing for the election, but there will be also KCR going to talk about his agitation for separate Telangana, and moreover the governance interference, central government leadership, and of course the central agencies' action against the opposition leader, including her daughter Kavitha. So a lot of political drama, political optics also building up around it. But for now, when it comes to the substance of this particular case, Kavitha seems to be, and if you know, on several platforms she said that I haven't even changed my phone, which could probably give a ground to the Enforcement Directorate to, to make any theory, because she has been saying for one reason that they often give the phone were changed, that the evidences they try to destroy. Kavitha has been saying that she has maintained her phone for very long, and she will give and submit it to ED if it is required. So day after tomorrow, of course, there will be a lot of political optics at Jantar Mantar, and day after tomorrow, we can be sure that she will be appearing before the agency when the questionnaire take place, and of course, we'll keep eye on the further developments. Follow me.
Right. So it is likely, of course, that K. Kavitha Ashutosh will be appearing before the central agencies, the agency enforcement directorate on March 11th. Before that, of course, is that one-day hunger strike, peaceful hunger strike at Jantar Mantar. It is quite likely that she would, from Jantar Mantar itself, use that platform to, in fact, cry foul over the investigations and, of course, the summons that have been issued to her as well.
This give, of course, ammunition to the opposition party. And remember, right after Manish Sisodia's arrest, the first letter of the four chief minister and other opposition leaders signed that was written to the prime minister, that came only from the KCR's office. So it was first the KCR who signed that letter, and then we have seen several other, including Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray and other leaders signed up. So when it comes KCR's own daughter, of course, you will see more and more escalation, and this time you'll see more and more political leaders even extending their support. So what KCR gonna say tomorrow, one could really anticipate in the light of ED's questioning to Kavitha. And of course, when she will be joining this stage on tomorrow, that is of course the stage where she will demand a women reservation bill in the coming session of the parliament. But moreover, from the opposition leader, you will see, and continuously as we are going closer to the state and general elections, there will be more and more escalation, particularly on the point that how these leaders who were earlier with the non-BJP parties, there were actions initiated by the central agencies, but the moment they joined BJP, suddenly there is, no play about the central agencies against those leaders. But particularly when it comes, as you know, they have been accusing that this is witch hunting, political vendetta, whereas the agencies say they have substance as far as initiating probe against any political party or any leader is concerned. So of course, this battle not going to stop here. There will be more and more escalation in coming days. Follow me.
Absolutely. Ashutosh, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details. We're also expecting K. Kavitha to address a press conference today in Delhi at 1 p.m. Ashutosh will be there bringing us all those latest developments. News coming in right now. A team of the Enforcement Directorate reaches Tihar jail to question Manish Sisodia in the Liquorgate scam. Now, this is the second time in 3 days that Sisodia is being questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. My colleague Manish Pandey is now joining me live on this. Manish, what is expected to be the Enforcement Directorate's line of questioning as they grill Manish Sisodia today, the second time in 3 days?
Well, Paulme, when Manish Sisodia was questioned by the ED officials in Tihar jail day before yesterday, he was asked about the profit margin of 12%, why it was raised. He was also asked about the deleted draft copy of excise policy, the second draft copy, which had experts' opinion, including some of the top legal experts of the country. That file was deleted. He was asked about that. And also he was confronted with two of the witnesses in the case who have given statement against Manish Sisodia and who were very much part of the formulation of excise policy. Now, as far as ED sources are concerned, they are telling us that Manish Sisodia was not cooperating during the investigation. He was evasive during the answering. Now, today is going to be certainly important because ED claims they have sufficient evidence against Manish Sisodia. But again, today he will be asked about the excise policy, the meetings which took place between the South Group and Aam Aadmi Party communication in charge, Vijay Nair, and the 100 crore rupees of bribery. Now, ED claims that money trail is something which is going to be extremely important as far as this case is concerned. And they have evidence of money trail linking the 100 crore of bribery to the Aam Aadmi Party leaders. So today's focus of Enforcement Directorate will be on the money trail. We have been given to understand is that by evening there is a high possibility that Manish Sisodia will be placed under arrest, and if he is arrested, then it is going to be troubling not only for Manish Sisodia but also for Aam Aadmi Party. Because remember, Paulme, tomorrow his bail application will be heard by the court in this CBI case matter. And if he is granted bail in CBI case, still if he is arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, there is a high possibility that he won't walk out of the jail, as far as his relief is concerned. And if ED arrests, there is a high possibility that he may have to spend at least few weeks inside the jail because under Prevention of Money Laundering Act, getting a bail is extremely difficult.
Okay. Manish, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details. More news that's coming in right now. The Enforcement Directorate raided the houses of Hurriyat leader Qazi Yasir and Jammu and Kashmir Salvation Movement chairman Zafar Bhatt, sources have said. Now, sources have told India Today that the Central Probe Agency, along with local police today morning, raided the house of Mohammad Akbar Bhatt alias Zafar Bhatt, who is the chairman of J&K Salvation Movement in Bagh-e-Mehtab area of Srinagar. They said another team of the Central Probe Agency also raided the house of the Hurriyat leader Qazi Yasir in Qazi Mohalla area of Anantnag this morning. In fact, the raids at multiple places are going on at the moment, and further details are expected shortly. So these raids are happening as we speak. This is the Enforcement Directorate, which is cracking down on terror funding, allegedly has raided the houses of at least 2 separatist leaders. This in fact includes the house of Mohammad Akbar Bhatt alias Zafar Bhatt, who is the chairman of Jammu and Kashmir Salvation Movement. His house is located in Bagh-e-Mehtab area of Srinagar. That raid happened this morning. There are 9 such locations that the Enforcement Directorate is raiding at the moment. There is also the house of Hurriyat leader Qazi Yasir, who in fact is under the scanner as well. Ashraf Wani, my colleague, is joining me from Srinagar on this. Ashraf, bring us more details as to these raids that are being conducted by the Enforcement Directorate.
Absolutely, Polima. These raids are currently going on at multiple locations across the Kashmir Valley, in fact in South Kashmir as well as in the Srinagar, where mainly 2 individuals, 2 separatist leaders are on under the radar, who had many cases in the police as well as in the ED in the terror-related funds, which includes 2 main names of Qazi Yasir, who is considered as the Mirwais of South Kashmir. His house was raided in Anantnag, and also Zafar Akbar Bhatt, who is another separatist leader, and his house was raided in the Bagh-e-Mehtab area of Srinagar. Now, there are cases which are under process in the Enforcement Directorate, and these raids were carried out by the ED itself at the locations of these 2 individuals in the Kashmir Valley. So far, there are not further details which are the specific cases on which these raids are being carried out and what kind of setup the ED has received from these raids. That will be known once these Enforcement Directorate officials or some sources may disclose the things. But currently, these raids are going on.
Okay, Ashraf, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details. Shifting focus now, poaching war erupts between allies BJP and AIADMK in Tamil Nadu. 13 BJP functionaries have now ditched the BJP to join the AIADMK, with BJP leaders pledging support to E. Palaniswamy. Warfare between the AIADMK and the Saffron clan has intensified. Here's a report.
13 BJP leaders jumped the ship in 3 days to join hands with E. Palaniswamy. Political face-off intensifies between allies BJP and AIADMK. After state BJP chief Annamalai issued a warning to the AIADMK over poaching of party functionaries, party spokesperson Kovai Satyan hit back.
The war that will start a few months from now, it will be a Kurukshetra war. So any follower who wants to go there, somebody wants to come here, all of you take positions. But the war that starts will be like a Kurukshetra war. I am very clear.
My good friend Annamalai has still got a long way to go in politics. For state Tamil Nadu, he was nominated 2 years ago. And comparing himself with a leader like Purchi Thalavi Amma, who had demonstrated as leadership capabilities, is definitely not a welcome note.
BJP workers burned photos of EPS over poaching of party functionaries, calling him a traitor for accepting people who are leaving the BJP. The face-off comes just days after the exit of BJP state IT wing chief Nirmal Kumar to AIADMK, who quit the party, levelling serious allegations against Annamalai. With the NDA appearing to implode in Tamil Nadu, will BJP stick to AIADMK in a state where national parties have been on the margins of decades? Bureau Report, India Today.
He's coming in right now. Kiran Rijiju slams Rahul Gandhi's remarks on foreign soil. The union minister has in fact shot off a pappu jibe at Rahul Gandhi. Rijiju